Do you hear that?
Close gunshots.
One of the things, though, is you guys both read, I'm sure, a lot of scripts. When you read this script and you see what they're trying to do and how good it might come out, how much did you actually pay to be in the film?
Too much. I think, yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot. But I hear I'm going to get some of it back. So, yeah, it's all right.
Being serious. This is one of those where it feels like you're in the room. Like I felt like I'm borderline an invisible person watching everything unfold. Can you talk a little bit about what it was like actually on set for both of you and trying to capture what was really happening? Because it looks like a documentary at times.
Well, it was very, very, very exciting. I mean, I think I was I was on the cast quite early on, and Tim always said that he was going to get great actors. I was like, yeah, sure, but we'll see. But then you don't know, and of course, then I knew that you guys were attached, and I knew your work, so I was hoping for the best. But you don't know until you show up, and if something is written as an ensemble piece, you really are reliant on everyone else because you cannot. If just one person lets the ball drop in this, then the whole thing doesn't work. So. To arrive on that set and realize everyone is actually bringing their top game and everyone is very good and very prepared and very game was really, really exciting. Yeah. And scary, but mostly
we had an amazing ensemble. In a lot of ways, it was like a play. And that goes down to our supporting actors and our background actors. Everyone was there most of the days, and everyone was focused and working. And then on top of that, we had an amazing production design team, camera crew, and we were all dancing together. It was in a lot of ways like a documentary. It was like a reality show. You had this camera crew, and you had to navigate through them. You never really knew what they were going to film. So everyone had to be present and doing their job. And our set, they gave us all the tools to work with. They gave us a playground to play on. And it was just a ship that Tim, he set on a great course and navigated us through it.
And he doesn't necessarily tell you if you're going to be in this particular shot, because you mentioned it earlier. So he has a thing that he calls the wild style, where it's just
like camera going wild, here, like it might be on you, so you better be ready. But it keeps us on our toes, and we were all game.
I can't. What was it like for you actually watching the finished film for the first time and seeing what he captured and that sort of manic energy?
I think I was most impressed by the editing. Hanser did amazing work. This was not an easy thing to edit because there was that wild style, like we said.
We shot so much
footage.
And then there was all the original material, like
the Jimmy K stuff and all that. I mean, he that was just, it blew me away.
I'll ask this. I'm always curious, what shot or sequence in the film ended up being like the toughest to pull off because of, say, camera move, dialogue, whatever it may be?
I think we're going to say the same thing.
I think you should talk about the thing that you said.
Well, the answer for that we both agree on is our scene at the end. Yeah. And I'll let her talk about why that is. But I didn't find that actually that difficult because I had the training. They said they're impressed by how I called the show. Like when we go live and I'm calling the show, which is in theory really difficult. But because I had 2 months of research in control rooms under my belt and really got a really solid understanding of how you call a show, it made that much easier for me because I just felt like second nature doing it. And I had time to work with the headsets and this and all that stuff. So I felt very comfortable. It had become like an extra appendage. That sounds weird. Sorry. But so I think that I learned the magic trick, so it seemed more impressive than it was. But she'll tell you.
Yeah, it's like the scene at the end between Jeff and Marianne after the whole thing happened was written a different way, and we'd shot it earlier on, and I think we all realized that you, Tim, I, and Moritz and the producers realized it wasn't working, so we had to redo it, and then we had on the day we then ended up shooting it, we had some really tough discussions around changing the lines because the way it was written was a little too on the nose, we felt.
Yeah. And we almost like melodramatic or just,
we felt like we were explaining the film at the end, and we said to Tim, I was like, if we trust that we are making the film that we think we are making, then we don't need it this spelled out. We need emotions to be withheld, and we need to have two people who just experienced something but can't talk about it yet. So that was really tricky.
And it was a genuine collaboration, which you don't often get when you're making a film. But like I said, this was a true collaboration across the board, and I think that's why it works.
Yeah.
I have to stop there. Seriously, congrats on this.
Thank you.
And good luck with the rest of your speed dating.
Thank
Thank you.